Welcome back to Reddit Story Time. Today we have 4 incredible stories. Let's dive right in.
Story number 1. Am I the asshole for calling an ambulance and getting blamed for embarrassing the family? Imagine this. You're sitting at home minding your own business when suddenly you feel a sharp, stabbing pain in your chest. The numbness spreads from your back down through both arms. Your heart is pounding. You're pale. You're panicking. Because these are textbook heart attack symptoms. You tell your brother, "I think I'm having a heart attack." Call an ambulance. He hesitates, but eventually makes the call. The paramedics arrive, check your vitals, and determine it was likely low blood sugar from a diet, not a heart attack. Crisis averted. You're shaken, but okay. Now here's where it gets wild. Instead of saying, "I'm so glad you're okay," your brother, who is about to turn 20, by the way, not a child, turns to you and says, "You're calling ambulances for nothing." We're humiliated in the neighborhood now. Humiliated. His sibling just had a genuine medical emergency, and his concern is what the neighbors think. When you push back and ask, "What would you do if I actually died?" "Just say sorry," he explodes. He says, and I quote, "You can die for all I care. I'm never getting involved in anything of yours again. We got humiliated for nothing." Their mother tries to intervene, and he turns on her too, accusing her of playing favorites. He then spends the rest of the evening calling his sibling attention-seeking, brings up years-old grievances about how the parents never called an ambulance for him, and at dinner, out of nowhere, he says, "You look like a mouse." Now there is a silver lining. About 3 hours later, the brother came back, apologized, and admitted he had been scared by the whole situation and couldn't process it calmly. They're fine now. But still, when someone you love is lying there thinking they might be dying, and your first instinct is about neighborhood optics, that's a special kind of wrong. Verdict? Absolutely 100% not the asshole.
And the verdict, definitely not the asshole. Story number 2, am I the asshole for not making a burger for someone who never eats? Here's a situation that sounds simple until you hear the backstory. A 19-year-old guy and his girlfriend live with his parents. His girlfriend loves to cook. She cooks 4 to 6 times a week and offers food to his parents every single time. His dad, he has accepted that offer exactly twice in 3 months. If he's not home at dinner time, he won't touch leftovers. He's made it abundantly clear through his actions that he's not interested in their food. So one evening, they decide to make burgers. They have exactly enough buns for 2 burgers, one for him, one for her. They cook, they plate up, and the dad walks in and says, "You didn't make any for me." The girlfriend politely explains that there weren't enough buns and that he usually doesn't eat their food anyway, but offers to make him one on regular bread if he wants. What happens next is nuclear. The dad explodes. He calls them both disgusting. He says they make him sick. And here's the kicker: the mom, who usually calls out the dad when he's being ridiculous, sides with him. She calls them disgusting too. She says she's incredibly disappointed. Now let's add some context. Earlier that same day, the dad came to his son and said, "I only have $15, can you buy me KFC?" And the son did. The son and girlfriend bought all the ingredients for the meal. They offered to keep cooking and make something work. The dad refused, he just wanted to be angry. The poster later revealed that his dad has had anger issues his entire life, so this level of explosion wasn't entirely surprising. But what shocked him was his mom, the person who usually sees through the dad's behavior, jumping on the bandwagon over burger buns, over 2 hamburger buns. Verdict, not the asshole. When someone consistently refuses your food for months and then demands it the one time you don't have enough, you're not the problem. And the verdict, not the asshole.
Story number 3. Am I the asshole for deliberately giving my chronically late friend the wrong time? We all have that one friend who's always late, but this story takes it to another level. A 20-year-old woman has a friend who is not just 5 or 10 minutes late. If they agree to meet at 6, this friend shows up at 6:45 or 7. Consistently, every single time. It's caused real damage. She was almost an hour late to a friend's birthday dinner, and they lost their reservation. She was late to a going-away party and missed most of it because everyone had already said their goodbyes. Once, she was supposed to pick up our storyteller for a doctor's appointment, showed up 50 minutes late, and the appointment had to be rescheduled with a cancellation fee. The poster says she can name at least 20 such instances off the top of her head. But here's what makes it truly maddening. If someone else is late, even by 10 or 15 minutes, this same friend will make a huge deal about it. The hypocrisy is staggering. So last week, the group has a dinner reservation for 6:30. Our storyteller tells everyone to arrive by 6:15. The late friend says she'll leave her house at 6. At 6:20, she texts saying she's leaving now. Fed up, the storyteller tells her the reservation was pushed to 7 instead. Everyone else is in on it. They arrive at 6:15, have a lovely dinner, and when the late friend finally walks in at 7:35, yes, you heard that right, 7:35, she is furious that they've already eaten. She demands to know why she was lied to. The storyteller calmly explains that when given the real time, she never shows up until an hour later anyway. The late friend calls her manipulative, says she was deliberately set up, and declares she doesn't want to make plans anymore. The friend group had previously tried giving her earlier times, but she figured it out and started treating those as fake too. They're exhausted. They've waited, missed reservations, rearranged plans, and heard the same "I'm sorry, it'll never happen again" speech dozens of times. Verdict: not the asshole. When someone consistently disrespects your time for years and gets upset about the consequences, that's on them.
And the verdict, not the asshole.
Story number 4. Am I the asshole for not giving up my university project spot for a girl? This is a story about standing your ground when everyone around you is being unreasonable. During the pandemic, a student started university. In the 3rd semester, students had to join a project they'd work on for the next 3 semesters. It was first come, first served. Our storyteller wanted to join a specific project with 3 of his friends, but they all tried to grab spots at the same time and failed. Only he managed to get in. This meant he was locked in with 4 guys he didn't know, and you were not allowed to switch. The very next day, he gets an email from the leader of these 4 guys. They want him to swap projects with a girl who didn't get a spot. He looked at the project. She was in zero interest, so he declined. Then he got emails from the other 3 guys, all pushing the same request, telling him stories about how this girl would fail the semester if she wasn't with them. He ignored it. The teams were already finalized. Fast forward to when the project actually starts, and he immediately regrets being on this team. They blame him constantly for not letting the girl join. They rave about her in their Discord calls. It's weird and uncomfortable. But here's the thing, they were supposed to split the work evenly. 4 of them doing one half and him doing the other. Instead, he ended up doing his entire half alone, work that was supposed to be done by half the team. He just put his head down and did the work. By the final semester, they finished and got a good grade, almost entirely carried by the part he built, because the other 4's contribution didn't work at all. They could only demo his portion. And then, the moment grades came out, he was kicked from their Discord server and ghosted forever. After 3 semesters of working together, they were still mad he took that girl's spot. Oh, and he recently ran into the girl. She dropped out of university and apparently blamed him for it. Let that sink in. He joined a project fair and square, did all the work, and somehow he's the villain. Verdict: not the asshole, not even close.
And the verdict, not the asshole.
That's all for today. If you enjoyed these stories, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more. See you next time.